For an example, the law says you gotta what? Kill. You gotta stone a sodomite to death, right? That's in the law, right? But above the law is what? Love is above the law, right? Love is above the law. Not meaning if you love, you can break the law. What I mean is, love is above love is above the penalty of a law, right? So there is not a penalty in Scripture, right, that a man can pull another man. By man, I mean person. So there's not a penalty in Scripture where a person can pull on another person and carry it out. It can't be done, right? I can't go to another person and say, hey, you stole from me, so this is your penalty. You can't do that. You can't do that. Because love is on the scene, right? So it's the minute you decide you want to hold somebody up to the law, what the Scriptures say, as far as penalty go, right? Now you line yourself up to be penalized, to be held up to the law, right? And since we've committed more sin than we can fathom, right? That's a long list that you're going to have to be charged for, right? That's a long list you're going to be charged for. So all that penalty and law stuff is on the table. As far as another man throwing it on another man, a person can't penalize another person via the law. Like here, the Bible says this is your penalty. You can't do that. All that penalties on people via the law, via a man versus another man, or a person versus another person, all that's out the window. If you value your own life, right? Because once you, like I said, once you play that game, now you line yourself up to be penalized by the law, right? So your best bet is to just what? Stay away from that whole thing altogether. Just stay away from it. Now verse 11, it says put on the whole armor of God, right? So put on the whole armor of God, right? And why do we got to do that? Let's get this right here. This is 1 Peter's. So just put on the whole armor of God, right? And this is why. 1 Peter 5:8, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. So that's why you have to put on the whole armor of God, right? Because Satan is out here and he wants you to go against God, right? He wants you to resort to fleshly things and depart from spiritual things, right? That's what Satan wants. But when you have on the armor of God, you're sober, right? So you can detect these things, right? You're vigilant. You're watching for these things, right? When you're sober and you're vigilant, it doesn't mean you can't be taken over by Satan. But what it means is you're more aware, you're more focused, and it's harder to corrupt you, right? It's harder to corrupt you. I believe the way society is set up as it is right now, when you got to go to work, if you're not rich, there's not going to be really a way to 100% fight off Satan, just because of the various things that can happen, right? Too many things are uncontrolled. Too many things can just pop out of nowhere. You can get a bill, right? I'm gonna give you an example of what I mean by that. You can be driving your car, out of nowhere somebody hits you, boom. The person don't got insurance, your car is wrecked. Your car was your only means to work, right? Immediate work. You can go fill out an application, find a job. But let's imagine you needed money that day you need to make money that day to pay certain bills, whatever, right? Now, since this has happened, now you're in a bind, so to speak, right? Now, you're probably panicking a little bit, right? Your stress levels are high. You're probably pissed, annoyed, right? Now, any little thing can set you off, right? Any little thing can set you off. Somebody can look at you wrong, boom. Somebody can say the wrong thing to you, boom. Somebody can bump into you, boom, right? any little thing can set you off. Any little thing can set you off. But that's what I mean. So being in this place the way it is right now, I believe it's hard to impossible to resist Satan 100% in this place the way it is right now. Right? Now, if we come to a place where it's like how people like to describe the very end of Jacob's Trouble, where pretty much it's going to be like the book of Eli out here, right? If we get to a point where it's like that, I believe it would be much easier to resist Satan, right? Because everything is simple, it's straightforward, there is no bills, right? The Lord is taking care of you, right? You're 100%, I mean, it's always faith-based, but even more so now, you got to 100% rely on faith. You can't really rely on your own might, or that's going to be like a quick setup, right? There's no distractions. Like right now, you got to worry about working. You got to worry about paying bills, right? These things weigh on you, right? So when that day comes, the way to describe it, there is no more paying bills. There is no more working, right? The only thing it is trusting in the Lord 100%. We do that now, but on top of all that, we got to work. And all the other garbage that come with it, right? Just alone, taking away having to work, that alone, it'd be hard to set you off, right? Because, like I said, you can have situations like the majority of situations that set people off are not going to be a problem in Jacob's Trouble, right? So again, the way things are set up right now, it's hard to 100% resist Satan, which I believe, which I know, is so that we can get built up, so that we can be stronger, right? So it's good that we got these tests right now. It's good that we got them, it's built up being stronger. Because without this test, we can't get stronger. But that's just the way it's set up right now. So yes, put on the whole armor of God. And why is that? Because Satan is out here. He wants to try to flip you, right? He wants to try to lead the spirit and do things in the flesh. Anger, malice, envy, jealousy, rage, adultery. This is what Satan wants you to do. He wants you to leave love, joy, peace, long-suffering, gentleness, meekness, faith, goodness, righteousness. He wants you to leave this spirit and come into the flesh and deal with the hate, anger, malice, jealousy, all those bad things. So his job is to pit certain obstacles in your life that get you to do the wrong thing, the fleshly thing instead of the spiritual thing. That's his job, right? But when, like I said, that's why you need the whole armor of God, so you'll be able to see these things and have a better chance of fighting it off. Like for an example, a regular person walking on a block, somebody smacks them across the face, boom. Their immediate reaction is to, if they're not scared, their immediate reaction is to strike back, right? Why? Because they're not tethered by no law. Nothing like that. But they're not sober, they're not vigilant, they're just living in the moment, right? But when you follow the Yahweh Shem Yahshua, you're trying to be, you're being sober, you're being vigilant. It's like you're a quarterback almost, right? It's like you're a quarterback. Before you snap the ball, you're scanning the defense. You look at who could possibly blitz, right? You look at they playing man or zone. You scanning the defense, and that's how it is when you follow the Lord. You scanning the defense, and that's pretty much going on because let's just say you're the offense, they're the defense, right? You're the offense with your Yahweh Shem Yahshua. Defense is Satan and all the demons, right? You're scanning the defense. You're trying to look at all the possible things that can possibly come, right? And sometimes Satan comes with the same techniques, sometimes, right? And you see like, dealt with that before. This is how I passed that, and so on and so forth, and so on and so forth. But that's how your faith is built up. That's how your faith is built up. That's how you get wisdom, right? That's how you become stronger. Your spirit grows, right? These trials. But again, You need the armor of God to be able to see what's going on.